Okay, so you just had abdominal surgery, maybe just had a baby, C-section, or hernia. In my case, I haven't had kids, to be straight up with you. However, starting in my teens through my 20s, 30s, 40s, I had 7 different surgeries where they tried to fix so that I could have kids, and then after that miscarriages, fixing it. 7 different ones until finally my 8th one, I have surgery that starts from here to here, all the way across, where they've removed 2.5 pounds of scar tissue. So I am no stranger to abdominal surgery issues. Okay, so the one thing I do want you to make sure is before you even get down on the floor is that if you're on your couch, you always want to make sure that you have multiple steps or layers to assist you in going from a standing or to a seated position, or seated, standing, standing, seated. So get used to kneeling with one foot, both hands on your thighs. My back toe is tucked under, so I could use both legs to get me up as well as get me down, okay? Don't try to do it by stabilizing with your core. It's not gonna happen. And you're gonna end up hurting yourself, okay? So this is the one time I'm gonna say, don't stabilize your core, don't tighten up in order to get up and get down or to find your balance. Make sure you have plenty of sturdy chairs, couch, or even coffee tables to assist you in transitioning from an up to a down or from a down to an up position. Okay, that's the important part. Now, what else you're gonna need is a pillow, potentially, even if you have a real big arch in your back, sway back. I do not, but if you have a really big natural arch, you may wanna have a towel because we're gonna be on our backs and I want you to be comfortable. On my back, sit down on your side, and you're going to use your hands to lower yourself down. Do not engage your abdominal muscles like I normally would tell you to do. What I want you to do is assist yourself down, 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 and I do like your head on a pillow, or I'm using a yoga block, because I really want to get that low back down. Now moving one leg at a time, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Bring those feet as close to your butt as you can, trying to get that low back down. As weeks after your surgery progress, let's say we start this program 2 weeks after surgery, making sure that, for sure, all of your sutures have sealed, okay? Want to make sure all the scars are sealed, everywhere they cut you, make sure that is closed. Do not do this with an opening. Not with an open wound, everything has to be closed. But this is before your 6 weeks where you can resume activity. Really easy. The reason why my head is up, you stay where you are, the reason why my head is up is my head sits on top of my spine. So if my head goes back, my spine arches. If my head goes forward, my spine rounds. All right? So if my head is up, it's going to assist in making sure that low back is grounded. Okay. From here, just bringing those feet in, that is a challenge. Now we're going to practice 1 foot at a time. Hands by your hips, and you're going to slowly scooch 1 foot out as far as you can. As soon as you feel tension in your abdomen, you bring it back. And then do the other side. Slide it out. Slide it in 10 times. Slide it out. Now we're looking to make sure that low back stays grounded. And you feel no tension in that abdomen. No pain, all right? I want absolutely no pain at all. The further out you go, the more challenging this is. And maybe week 3, we could take it out here. Week 4. And nice and slow, week 5, until right about when you get to week straight knee, that should hit right about week 6. And this is something you can do multiple times during the day. I did this with my last surgery. It was a 3 months with walking with a walker. And it took me a good solid 6 weeks to be able to extend my leg all the way out. Then, once you get past that point, once you get straight in that leg, pain-free, then we're going to take the head down. Once my head's down, I have to softly engage my abdominal muscles in order to slide that leg out. And again, having my hands here, I could support my hips. Having my hands here is a little bit more challenging. So, week 7, week 8 maybe. As super simple as that. We're just trying to get to a point where you can hold that with your low back down, pain-free. Let's hold it here for like 30 seconds. And then practice on the other side. Never move both legs at the same time. Only one leg at a time. So that leg comes in, and then the other leg goes out. And again, holding it there. And this whole time, I'm making sure my low back stays grounded. May not seem like that's a lot of work, but it is. And then slowly bring it in. From here, after week 6, now I can start practicing sliding my fingers towards my heels. Chin up. Now, compress that lower abdomen. Push it down, down, down. Don't worry about going for height. Just push, look at it, push it down, 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 and slowly come down. You're probably numb. Now, this is 3 years post-op, 3.5 years for me, and I'm still, like that spot right there is still totally, completely numb. It will come back. It does, I promise. After 30 years of having these surgeries, it always comes back. And head up, chin to chest, shoulder blades up, compress the lower abdomen, hold it here for 3 breaths. And down. And we're only going to do 3 of these. Same thing, chin to chest, push that low back down. And down. Then go back to, see if you can hold that leg straight, because what we're doing right now, by straightening that, I'm stretching the abdomen as far as it needs to be stretched. If you want to make it more challenging, you could lift your arms up over your head. Bring it back in. Support. Switch legs. Arms overhead, lengthening. Stretch. Keep that low back down. Lengthening those hip flexors. And then slowly bring it in. Hands come in. When you come up, roll to one side. Push yourselves up or push yourself up. And again, just move one leg at a time. Okay, so the most important thing is when you are down on the floor, move one leg at a time. Don't try to move both. Even with your hands, when supporting and reaching above over the head, move one hand at a time. The other thing is, do this many times during your day. As many times as you can, flat on the floor, do it, and it'll come, honestly, bringing that blood to the area is going to help you heal faster. But just because I say do it multiple times a day doesn't mean do more than 3 repetitions at a time. All right? Bring that blood to the area, then let it go back. Bring that blood to the area, let it go, bring it back. Okay? Now, that being said, you're going to find sitting down on the couch may start to hurt your low back. On a chair may start to hurt. The reason is from protecting so much, our hip flexors get tight. And our hip flexors are attached right there to your low back. So just alone, sitting like this is going to help relieve that low back if you start to find that you're getting that pain. Totally understandable. Next step is we're going to start to open up our knees. Open up the hip flexors, open up the knees, and see if you can hold that stretch pain-free. Okay? Once we've done this multiple times a day and you really are moving about, vacuuming, that is really painful. So once you can vacuum pain-free, then we're ready to move on with more beginning abdominal exercises. Again, one leg at a time. You can even use your hands to assist. And when you're coming up, get in the habit of doing one side one time, the other side the other time. I'm going to see how I stack my foot. So this leg is resting on the lower leg. And down, top hand, elbow, push up. Okie dokie. Remember, don't start unless it's 2 weeks post-op. Talk to your doctor, let them know what you're doing. And don't ever let them tell you your abs are not going to be the same. I promise you, not just the same, but better. When I competed in fitness, the girls that had babies, I was so jealous because they always had the best abs, even the ones with C-sections. It is time for, it's going to be easy yoga, light stretching. Again, we're just getting right back in the saddle things, back in action. Trying to think of all my back puns. Spread your knees a little bit, your belly between the thighs, child's pose. So extend your arms out as far as you can, relaxing that low back. Each time you inhale, feel your belly expand between your thighs. As you exhale, feel that abdomen compress and the rib cage sink closer to the floor. Let's do 3 big breaths. Come on up to your hands and knees. So hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We're going to do cat and cow. So this is not a relaxed position. We're going to push the ground away with the heels of the hands, push. And I'm going to tuck my chin under, top of my head to the floor, tuck my pelvis under, tip of the tailbone to the floor. I'm still actively pushing the ground away with the heels of my hands. Now, tighten those abdominal muscles like you're sucking spaghetti through the belly button. Separate the shoulder blades, flatten the lower abdomen, push the ground away with the heels of your hands, and return to neutral. Once again, neutral is not a relaxed position. I'm still pushing the ground away with the heels of my hands. I'm making sure I'm not sagging my low back as well. I'm staying tight in the abs. Now we're going to do reverse, cow. Top of your head, tip of your tailbone to the sky. So I'm looking up with my head. Now I'm not going to collapse with my low back. I'm going to take my pelvis and point my tailbone up. Okay, so I didn't collapse in my low back. All I did was take my tailbone up. I don't have a lot of movement in my spine. So you may have a little bit more movement than me without collapsing, and that's okay. And return to neutral. So my neutral position, ears, shoulders, hip joints, all in a straight line, actively pushing that ground away. Cat stretch, chin to chest, push the ground away, top of the head to the floor, tip of the tailbone to the floor, draw your belly button in, compress the abdomen, try to separate the shoulder blades and stretch the low back. Return to neutral. Again, this is active. I'm not relaxed. Top of the head, tip of the tailbone to the sky. I'm remaining active. I'm opening up my abdomen, my throat. And at the same time, I can feel every single muscle from the tip of my tailbone to the tip of my top of my spine, right underneath my skull, and neutral. Chin to chest, cat, abdominal muscles tight. Draw the belly button in, flatten, compress the lower abdomen. And neutral. Now use those back muscles. Tip of the tailbone, top of the head up, shoulder blades together, and down towards the spine, lengthening the neck. Continue to push that ground away. Neutral, child's pose. Now you can relax. Ah, right there. Take both hands over to the right, and I want you to find a stretch from your left pinky all the way through the elbow, shoulder, rib cage, all into the hip bone. Center. Now take those arms to the other side. Again, lengthening from the pinky to the hip bone. And center. Back on those hands and knees. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly under the hips. Take your right hand behind the head. So I'm in a tabletop, but I'm a three-legged table, not very stable, so I really have to keep my core tight, not just my abs, but my back as well, the core. Elbow, elbow to elbow, touch. So it's not elbow to wrist, not elbow to forearm, but elbow to elbow. Now look away. Rotate away, sliding your shoulder blade towards the spine, and then elbow to elbow. And look away, sliding the shoulder blade towards the spine, and elbow to elbow. Look away, slide that shoulder blade towards the spine, and replace those hands. Switch sides. Opposite hand behind the head. Again, stabilizing with your core, not just your abs, but your back as well. Elbow to elbow, touch. Again, not the forearm, not the wrist. And look away and rotate through the spine just a little bit, sliding your shoulder blade towards the spine, and then elbow to elbow. Touch. Look away, slide that shoulder blade towards the spine. Touch. And look away. And replace those hands. Child's pose. Oh. So this time we're going to take our left hand underneath the right arm, thread it through, look up to the sky, rotating through the spine. Now take your right hand, crisscross over the left, so my elbows are crossing one another, and I'm just going to place my face right on the towel, smushing my arms. It's a technical term. Left hand forward, reach. Right hand, slide. Look underneath that arm, rotate that spine. That should feel amazing. And now that left arm crisscrosses on top, crossing over those elbows. And then once again, forehead down and smush. Sit back, hips to the heels, extend your arms forward. And come on up to your hands and knees. Hands directly into the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. Push the ground away, solid. Think of yourself as a solid table that somebody could stand on. Okay, so always be active in those hands all the way up. Never allow the rib cage to sag or sink. Push away. Take your right hand, extend it forward, thumb up. Take your left foot, slide it back, shoelaces down. Now, you have a martini glass resting between your shoulder blades. Fill to the rim, do not spill. Lift your limbs 2 to 4, maybe even 6 inches off the floor, lengthening from the tip of your finger to the tip of the toe. I don't care how high they go, I want you to think long thoughts. And then slowly lower, do not spill that drink. Replace, do not spill that drink. Now switch, left hand forward, thumbs up. Remain active in that right hand. Slide the right foot back, shoelaces down. And again, lengthen through those limbs up. Only lifting 2, 4, maybe 6 inches. Keep that right hip bone pointing down. These are really good pants because you can tell when I'm cheating. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Without spilling that drink, lower. Return your limbs. Now go ahead and spill that drink. Cat. And neutral. Okay, try that again. Right hand, thumb, left foot, shoelaces down, lift and balance. Right elbow, left knee, touch. And now extend. Balance. Touch. Hold it, get your foot off the floor. Extend, balance, touch, left foot off the floor, extend, balance, return, tabletop, child's pose this time. Back on your hands and knees. Now go ahead and extend. Left hand forward, thumbs up. Right foot back, shoelaces down. Lift those limbs, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And left elbow, right knee touch. Extend, lengthen, and balance. Touch. Don't let the right foot touch the floor. Lengthen and balance. Touch, last time. Lengthen and balance. Replace. Child's pose. Now for my favorite. So I'm going to use my towel, grabbing on, sliding forward, forehead remains down. Puppy dog pose. You know, like when dogs want to play, little puppies want to play, their chin's down and their butt up in the air. So if you can't get your chin down, go ahead and put your forehead down. And sit back, child's pose. Spread your knees apart. Open up that groin. Take deep breaths, relax your groin. Sink deep and see if you can move one knee out just a little bit more and relax. Walk your elbows forward. Open up those knees just a little bit more. So now, my hips are in line with my knees, allowing that pelvis to drop closer to the floor. Let gravity do the work. Don't force it. Now walk your hips north of your knees and see if you can bring them all the way down. Or a little bit more. If not all the way, just try to get a little bit more down closer to the floor. I'm like Jake the lab. You know Jake the dog? He likes to lay like this. Let's do 2 more big breaths before we get out of it. Okay. Ever so carefully. Slide those legs together, remain on your belly. Or lower yourself to your belly if you're not on your belly yet. All the way. Wiggle your hips, relax those hips, relax your groin. Right hand, 2 o'clock. Take that shoulder, roll it towards the floor. Bend your left knee, and you're going to roll over. Put that left foot on the other side. I always get a nice little crack, crack, crack right down here. Open up that chest. Stretching the right side of your chest, the right shoulder, bicep. center, switch sides. So now your left hand at 10 o'clock. Take that shoulder forward, bend the right knee, and roll it back. Again, rotating the spine in the opposite direction. Stretching the chest, shoulder, bicep. And on your stomach. Push back, child's pose. On your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Push back, down. We're going to go into downward facing dog, but it's going to be quick, okay? So if you're not good at this, I still want you to give it a shot. Toes under, down dog. Push with the heels of the hands. Press those heels downward. Ears between the biceps, tail lights to the sky. We're going to pick up our right foot with momentum. Swing the right knee forward between the hands. See, that wasn't so bad. Now, go ahead and put your right butt cheek down. Use your left hand to move that right foot forward. Now you're going to put your left hip bone on top of the right foot. Take that left foot and scooch back. Watch how I'm going to use my foot to pull me back, like 1, maybe 2 inches. I have little feet, so 1 inch. And straighten those elbows. Press the rib cage up. Your back leg, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. And I promise you it's going to be quick again. Push the ground away with the heels of your hands. Ears between the biceps. Tail lights up to the sky. And then pick up that left foot and just swing the knee. Use momentum. And bring that knee between the hands. Now, put the left cheek down. Use the right hand to move that foot forward. Now get that right hip bone on top of that left heel. With that right foot, inch a little bit deeper. and press it up. Straighten those elbows, back foot, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Push the ground away. Ears between the biceps. Taillights up to the sky, heels downward, lengthening those calves, and plank. If you need to drop to your knees, that's okay. Otherwise, we're going to point the toes, look up to the sky, upward facing dog. So if your knees are on the ground, that's fine. If you're capable of keeping your knees straight, go for it. Just make sure your hands, once again, are active. Don't sink in the rib cage. Keep pushing the ground away, opening the chest. Back muscles are active. Stretching the abdomen, extending the spine, opening the chest, opening up the hip flexors. Knees down, child's pose. Hands by our hips, palms to the sky. Come on up, sitting on your heels, and we're going to take it to our backs. So sit, carefully lower yourselves down, one vertebrae at a time, and then bring one leg up at a time. Grab onto your kneecaps, circle to the right. Mobilizing that low back. Reverse. Hold it center. Right foot down. Put your left foot across. Opposite hand is knee. Bring both knees over to the right. Keep your left shoulder grounded. Turn your head, look at your left hand. Use your hands and bring your knees back to center and switch. Opposite hand is knee, bringing both knees over to the left. Turn your head and look over to your right hand. Keep both shoulders grounded. And this is it. Slowly return to center. Use your hands. Bring those knees up. Uncross. Both feet down. Open your knees apart. Bottom of your shoes together. Arms out to the side. Palms up to the sky. Relax your hips. Relax your low back. Relax your face. Eyes are closed. Relax your jaw and let your lips slightly part. Relax your chest and let your shoulder blades sink into the mat. Relax your low back. Let your knees open up, opening up those hips. Focus your breath, belly to the sky as you inhale. Flatten the abdomen and contract the rib cage as you exhale. 3 times. Slowly bring one knee up to the sky first, feet grounded, then the other knee, and extend one leg out on the floor, the other leg out. Both arms overhead, stretch, tips of the fingers to the tips of the sky. Roll over to one side. Curl into a ball or 90-degree angle. Push yourselves up. Crisscross applesauce. Sit up nice and tall. Grab those shins. Inhale, look up to the sky. Open your throat. Shoulders down, neck is long. And center. Shoulders go back for 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath up, out, big social distance hug, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so our journey begins with that beat. Relax the shoulders, let your elbows hang, scoot your butt back in the saddle, pushing with the balls of your feet. We have light resistance, but I do want you to have resistance on right now, okay? It's light, it's easy, and when you're ready to start putting some gears on there, go ahead and do it. In another 30 seconds, we're gonna add more anyhow, but like I said, staying in a light gear. All right, in 10 more seconds, we're gonna pick it up just a smidge. We're still doing the warm-up, and I want you to stay in a light gear. All right, nice and easy, light gear. Relax the shoulders, let your elbows hang, lengthen that spine, push the hips back in the saddle. Pretty little circles, pushing forward and down, forward and down. Don't clomp, stomp. In 15 more seconds, we're going to start moving into our middle gears. Okay, so once we hit those middle gears, you should really start breathing heavy out of the mouth. That's where we're kicking into our cardio zone. Small turn to the right. You should feel some effort in those hips and in the lungs. We still have a couple more turns. We're going to go medium high gear and then into a high gear, and our warm-up will be officially over. O-V-E-R. All right, middle to high. Still on a flat road. Legs are still moving fast. Smoke in the lungs. Relax the shoulders, elbows hang, lengthen that spine. slight right again. You should be working hard. This is as hard as it gets before we start climbing a hill. Whew. Okay, we're going to start doing some speed work. Right now, this is our working pace. So no matter how fast we go, when I say resume, this is the pace you will return to or resume. Relax your shoulders, let your elbows hang. We're going to test it out for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Yellow light. It's not a sprint, just picking up some speed, no bouncing in the saddle. Let's just do 10 more seconds. And resume. All right, so if you are bouncing in that saddle, two things need to happen. You need to tighten up in the middle, and you need to tighten up that gear. All right. Relax the shoulders, elbows hang. We're going to do some yellow lights. So it's just like if you're in your car running through an intersection. It's a yellow light. You're going to go a little bit faster. You're not going to speed. No speeding tickets. But you're going to go a little faster than this pace. Once we get to the other side, I say resume. You're going to return to this pace just like if you're in your car. All right? Okay. Starting in 15 seconds, what I want you to do right now, slight right. Five-second countdown. Go. Yellow light. If you're bouncing, turn it to the right. Relax your shoulders, elbows hang. Ten seconds. Resume. All right. Relax your shoulders, elbows hang. Lengthen that neck. Keep pedaling. Woo! Okay. Guess what? Right now, slight turn to the right. In 10 seconds, we're doing it again. 30 seconds, yellow light. Go. No bouncing. Ten seconds. Resume. So we have returned to our working pace, which is pretty fast. We were moving those legs. Keep on moving. I did not say recover. We don't speed through a yellow light, pull over and put on your brakes. Same thing. Let's do it again, 45 seconds. Go. No bouncing. Relax your shoulders. Elbows hang. Abs are tight. Pushing with the balls of the feet. Halfway. Seconds. Resume. Woo. Sit up tall. Posture check. Open up the chest. Lengthen the neck. Woo. And we're going to start climbing hills. Little hills. So on a scale of 1 to 10. This is a 10. It's a wall. We're on a flat right now. What I want you to do is give me a 1. All right? This is 10. That's a 5, 50%. Maximal effort. I want 1. 10%. So, we're pushing hard. Relax the shoulders, elbows hang. We got 20 seconds left. Slight right on a scale of 1 to 10. Give me a 2. Push hard. It's a total body workout. It's not just your legs. You gotta tighten up that core. Every time I push my left leg, I tighten up on the left. Every time I push on the right, I tighten up my right side. Okay? Relax the shoulders, elbows hang. Do not slow down. As it gets harder, we need to work harder. Again, those feet, circles. It's forward and down. Don't push straight down. Forward and down. 10 seconds. Slight right. Now it's a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10. Woo. 30% maximal effort. You should be in the 80% maximal heart rate zone. My heart rate monitor, my zone, says I'm 82, 83 right now. Relax the shoulders, elbows hang. Slight turn to the right. 4. 40% maximal effort. I feel the big push in my hips now. Good, open up that chest, hold that head high. Elbows hang. 10 seconds. Slight left. Now, scale scale of 1 to 10, we're back on that 3. Rolling hills. So we're still going uphill. We went from here to here. Still going uphill. This is not downhill. Whew. All right, we're going to pick it back up to a 4, right where we had it. Woo. Almost there. And we're taking it back up again. Take it up to a 5. Big hill. 50% maximal effort on a hill. Heart rate, I'm at 87% right now. Definitely in the yellow. In 10 seconds, we're going to stand up and run. Not quite as fast as the yellow light, but faster than we're going right now. Up, so hands in front, butt over the saddle, pick it up, gain a little speed, relieve your bottom. 10 seconds. Come on, keep it up. Don't slow down. Resume. Let's go back to your climbing pace. Relax the shoulders. Elbows hang. Woo! Oh, my butt. Feel it right here in the hips. 20 seconds, and we're going to go down just a smidge. Slight left. 40% maximal effort. Heart rate monitor still in the mid-80s. Mine's actually 88, so mid to high. Relax the shoulders, elbows hang. Scooch that butt back. Whew. go back up and attack that 5 again. Woo! Slight right. This is our 5. Push those hips back. Relax the shoulders. Let the elbows hang. All right, let's stand up and run up that hill. Faster than we're going now. Go. Hands in front, hips over the saddle. Pick up your cadence. Good, faster than you were going before. This is a run. 5 seconds. Resume. So, woo! Back in the saddle. Return to that cadence. 10 more seconds right here. Write it out. 4. Slight left. Still on that hill. Just not as high. Relax the shoulders. Elbows hang. Scooch that butt back. Pushing with the balls of the feet. Pedaling forward and down. Forward and down. Woo! Fifteen seconds. And we're taking it down a notch again. Slight left. Itty bitty. Whew. My heart rate's at 82% right now. You should still be in those 80s. Push that butt back. Still going up a mountain. Woo! Guess what? Bringing it down again. So I guess 4, 3, 2. 30 seconds. We're going to take it down to a 2-1. I'm going to where I'm at. I don't want to go any lighter. It's your ride. That's your ride. This is mine. Whew. Relax the shoulders, elbows hang. But this is our last 40 seconds on a hill. Then we're going flat and water. So make the most of this. Remember, burn way more calories on a hill. Woo! Seconds. Flat. Woo! Sit up tall. All right. So, open up the chest, shoulders down and back. Grab some water. We have 8 minutes left. That's going to include sprints and recovery. So starting in 20 seconds, we're going to do a 30-second sprint. When I say halfway, if you are bouncing, you need to turn your knob to the right. Okay? Sprint is faster than a run, faster than yellow light. All out effort. Go! Halfway. Resume. Woo! All right. Pedal, pedal, pedal. 1 of 3. 30-second sprint, 1 minute recovery. Slight right. Ten seconds. Go. seconds. Recover. Left. Woo! Sit up. Posture check. And we are cooling it down. Whew. This is what I call back in the saddle. Been gone for a while, returning from an injury. A baby, as I'm sure 99% of you are, or surgery. Just a little bit of everything, only 30 minutes. Relax the shoulders. I'm gonna put on a little bit more tension. Just because I like the way it feels. It's up to you. As long as you have tension, that's fine. I like to burn calories up to the very last possible moment. Woo! Again, lengthen through the neck, open the chest, elbows are hanging, tighten up here, not here, all right? This is loose, abs are tight, strong obliques, strong rectus abdominis, but erector spinae in the back specifically. Oh. Sitting up tall, circle shoulders backwards. Open up that chest. Open up that chest. Look over your right shoulder, chest is open. Ooh. Center. Left. Center. Ears go down. Keep that chest up. Opposite hand reach away. Switch. Ear goes down. Opposite hand reach away. Make sure it's not forward. Keep it out to the side. You can see it. It's too far forward. Up. And hit your brakes. Feet position. 3 and 9. Shift your hips back. Drop your heels down. Lengthen the spine. Open the hamstrings. Lengthen the calves. Switch sides. Bring that heart rate down. Drop those heels. Hips go back. Lengthen the spine. Open up the hamstrings. Heels downward, lengthening the calves. All right, carefully exit, and let's get ready for some light yoga stretching. Get my bike out of the way.